Isn't it completely miraculous and amazing that you have a sun and a moon eclipse each other just perfectly? Wow, I mean, in your model, the sun is a gigantic, huge fireball, gigantically huge. In the Earth's moon is a little teeny weeny little teeny weeny little speck compared to the giant fireball. And here we are, humans, standing on the little teeny weeny Earth with the itty weeny bitty teeny moon. Into our eyes, they eclipse each other just perfectly. 100% perfect eclipse. Wow! Isn't that freaking lucky and magical? How does that work in your heliocentric model? And then they stop and they usually laugh at you and go, oh, you're dumb. And then they go, well, and then they start to realize, holy shit, that is really lucky that the giant, big, huge fireball in the little itty bitty teeny gray rock just so happened to fucking cross each other's paths perfectly. Perfectly. Wow. How does that magically line up? In a universe that was created randomly by a Big Bang explosion for no reason that shot everything out at crazy, unfathomable speeds in every direction, and then stuff just coalesced into little balls, and then all these little balls turned into planets and suns and moons, and then it just so happened one of these planets was just close enough to one of these suns that it wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold, that somehow water showed up. We're not quite sure how. Icy comets, condensation, we don't know. Water showed up on this planet. Oh, and then somehow cells showed up. Little living cells. We're not quite sure if they came from a comet or if the ocean just magically churned them up. Somehow living cells showed up in the freaking ocean, and then they started mating with each other and turning into clumps of cells, and the clumps of cells turned into a fish, and then the fish is like, hey, I'm gonna grow some legs and get up out of the water and go walk around and look for food up on the land. And then the fish grew some fucking legs, got up out of the water, and turned into a fucking monkey. And then a monkey was sitting there in the tree like, hey, next thing I'm going to do is lose most of my hair and go fucking work in an office in a cubicle and then talk about how I used to be a monkey. Yeah, that's what evolution's going to do. So the monkeys turned into people, but not all the monkeys. Only some of the monkeys, and all the half-monkey hybrid people in between all died. So we still have monkeys, and we have people, but all the half-monkey, half-fucking in-between people are all fucking dead. But we got bones, and bones are proof. So now we have people that used to be monkeys, that used to be fish, that used to be cells, and guess what? We can sit here and talk about it because science proves it's true. And guess what? Us people standing here on this ball that spins out of control at unfathomable speeds while shooting in a direction, while following the sun and circling around the sun while the sun's shooting at over 1 million miles an hour through space. Guess what? The little tiny gray moon happens to go right in the same path as the giant sun and fucking eclipse it just perfectly. Whoa! Isn't that just an amazing stroke of luck in your heliocentric system? Now, you never see any of the other flat earthers break it down like that. I was the only one who ever broke it down like that. And you never saw Simon Dan, or you never saw any of those loser globe cucks who debunk the flat earth shit. They never ever go after that argument, because that argument, they have to fucking literally say, yeah, it's magical. It lined up perfectly. That's what a glober has to tell you. The sun, the moon, they just so happen to line up perfectly in a stroke of pure astronomical luck. That they don't have any other thing to stand on, because if they say those line up because of any sort of reason other than luck, well, that would suggest that maybe it was created to do that. Maybe those things were created to pass each other like that. Maybe that's supposed to happen. Oh, they can't say that. That'll ruin their whole theory of the Earth being created by a magic explosion for no reason. So, for a hardcore heliocentrist, they literally have to stand by the argument that eclipses happen out of pure fucking crazy astronomical hit the lottery a million times in a row luck.